All right, guys, that's a little bit of work, but it is worth the extra effort to make these holes, get them nice and rounded so that they don't splinter, so that the client doesn't have to worry about being splintered or this peeling back. These will get several coats of polyurethane, and I have today, since October of 2021, never had a mattress reported back to me having any mildew issues. So the airflow that this creates, keeping that mattress dry, is well worth the effort, sawdust, sweat, and let's get polyurethane in. Boss, is that okay? Things that I have to do is, when a client and I talk about their van build, we really talk about where do they want the galley, where do they want the refrigerator, where do they want the toilet, where do they want the bed. But all the other details on making everything work is on me. I am the designer of how to make everything function in the easiest way for the client, so that when they're out on the road, everything is just smooth. And designing the vans, as you've seen over the past, 16 builds, I do a lot of things kind of the same because it works. It works for the client and it works for the van. And this van is a little bit different. She's got a zero breeze air conditioner. It's an AC, DC air conditioner. It's a smaller, some might call it like a swamp type air conditioner, swamp cooler air conditioner. It's got it's got two tubes out the back of it. And a lot like the EcoFlow Wave 2. It's got two hoses out the back of it. One's an exhaust, one's an air intake. Multiple videos show you don't put the air intake outside like a lot of people do. You're pulling in 100-degree air. You got to cool that air. So hers intake will stay in the van. So that's good. The exhaust is going to go out of the van. So I've got it figured out where I think this thing is going to work best. Now, there are some issues. The exhaust hose gets warm. It's basically got to exhaust out here in the back of the van, which is where the battery and electrical stuff is. So, all right, let me explain that better, because I know that there's some people out there that are going to think that the exhaust hose is venting in the back of the van. So this is the exhaust hose, and you can see it loops down, and it goes out the side of the van. And if you walk around, you can see on the side of the van, a vent is coming out the side of the van. Let's get back to the video. So this compartment back here is going to be pretty warm. I did move the bed forward probably about 6 inches so that there is ventilation back here. This whole area back here will ventilate. So now the air hose that will be blowing the cool air, she's really specific about wanting just this bedroom area cooled because she's got a cat. And when she's not in the van, she wants him to stay cool. She wants him to be comfortable. So we're going to put a curtain in front of the bed so she'll have 54 inches and this space right here, and that's all she's going to have to cool. So this air conditioner being AC and DC, so whether she is at a friend's house or a campground or whether she's off grid, she's got 2 of the battery packs for it that will charge off of her DC system. So it's a pretty cool setup. Now, it's not a, it's going to have some moisture in the air. And she's aware of that and she's okay with that, just like swamp coolers can be. She's not going to be running this 365 days a year. And to keep the cat cool, to keep them cool at night trying to sleep on a warm day, or just dropping the temperature in the van a few degrees, economically and efficiency, this was a good choice. She did her research. So it's going to live on the wheel well over here, and the water system is on the other side. I really didn't want to have it underneath the head of her bed for why she's sleeping if she's running it. But in van life, some things have to be the way they are. So she's got the Blue Yeti AC 200 Max and one of the B300. So she's got over 5,000 watt hours of power. So shouldn't be an issue. So, all right, guys, I got to get to work.